Hey everyone, welcome to another segment of DTF's Movie Review Monday. Now, I really wanted to stay into the action genre today. For some reason, God knows why, Frankie does not watch action movies.
I apologize for having taste, dog.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You gotta, dude. Like I get it. You know, there's like 1,000 action movies released every year, but at least from one of them, you gotta at least like one. You know.
Yeah, I hear you, but I have taste.
Well, because of Frankie's specific, quote unquote taste, we decided to go into action comedy. Still action, not fully, but action comedy. And thanks to a great man, Jeffrey, for his recommendation, we're sticking with 21 Jump Street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 21 Jump Street, bro. That came out in 2012. I think I was in 10th grade at the time. I was in high school. You just graduated or something like that, right?
I graduated 09.
Oh.
Don't do me like that, man.
Damn. Well, okay, I didn't mean to put you out like that, but 09, all right, man. So yeah. Okay, well, yeah, 2012 it came out. 2012 it came out, and I remember when it came out, it was just that time where everybody, well, again, I was in high school, we were all just trying to party and just do something new, and 21 Jump Street came out, and it was that movie that everybody was just ready to go watch in theaters that same week, I ended up watching it in theaters that same week, and didn't disappoint, obviously. We all love and know 21 Jump Street. If you don't like 21 Jump Street, it's, I don't know, you must have taste like Frankie. What do you think?
I remember watching 21 Jump Street, not in theaters though. I was probably.
Oh, you didn't watch it in theaters?
I probably bootlegged it.
Oh.
Okay. I apologize, Jonah. I apologize, Channing, but I probably bootlegged it. But no, the movie was great. Even with people standing up and coughing in the background, it was still a really fun movie to watch.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely. Man, bootleg. Okay. It was 2012. That was like Netflix and all that stuff.
DVDs were still popping.
Yeah, streaming services was probably on the rise at that time. Like, it was just getting started, to rise.
Exactly. But before we get into all that, let's talk about this director. The director for 21 Jump Street, his name was Christopher Miller, and doesn't have too many directing credits before 21 Jump Street. What's most notable is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Oh.
And he also directed a few episodes on the absolutely hilarious TV series Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Wow, that is funny.
Yeah.
I love that show.
So those are his most notable contributions to directing. But what he's actually better known for is producing. And man, producing, he's got his hands in quite a few things. I'm talking about comedies. I'm talking about, just action movies. I'm talking about so many different things. Some things that are notable.
So he's definitely in there for sure.
Yeah, some things notable on his producing list is, again, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatball. We got 21 and 22 Jump Street. He's behind some kid stuff, like there's a movie called Caillou Gets Grounded.
Caillou Gets Grounded, bro. That movie goes hard.
He's behind a few of the Lego movies.
Okay.
He's behind a few of the Lego movies. The new animated Spider-Man released by Sony.
Oh, really?
Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, he's into that too.
He's the executive producer on a lot of those.
Wow, interesting. All right.
So he's definitely not a stranger to the industry.
Nice.
Not too many directing credits, but he's definitely
he's known for sure, bro.
Exactly.
He's known. That's cool. Let's get into the cast, bro. This is a very top tier cast. We have, I'm gonna say for everybody, the one and onlys. We have Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum, Ice Cube, Brie Larson, Dave Franco, and just to pick somebody out here as well, because he's definitely, I don't know about if you know, but Rob Riggle.
Rob Riggle.
Yeah, he's so funny to me. He's a very funny man. But let's start a little bit with Jonah and Channing Tatum. Their chemistry and everything like that.
Exactly. Jonah actually did most of the writing on this script.
Yeah.
I think he wrote the whole thing.
Something like that. I know that his agent. So at least from an interview, Jonah was 22 years old at the time. Dude, can you believe this? 22 years old when his agent called him and said, "Hey, how do you feel about getting the opportunity of turning the show 21 Jump Street into a film?" he laughed at the idea right away and said no, like it's just a terrible idea. And obviously it was made, so he rethought it. So, and he actually thought it was going to be funny if he were to just throw it in there that even they know it's a stupid idea to revive a show from the 80s or 90s into a movie, which is one of the scenes in the movie where the captain brings up the fact that, oh, we're bringing up one of these programs called 21 Jump Street where you guys go as high school kids. And it's funny that they bring it up. I like that.
The movie is self-aware in a good way. Right? Yes. It's self-aware in a good way, because that actually could be a downfall of some movies where they become so self-aware and like in a moment that doesn't require, or even it doesn't even match, like breaking the fourth wall. They would do something like that, and it can hurt a movie. But in that moment, the self-awareness of the film, it melded really well with the writing and the script and whatnot. So something I also I was recently watching an interview with Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill was actually struggling to find a partner for this film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was struggling to find a partner for this film. Couldn't get too many people to want to revamp this 80s or 90s franchise either, right? So what he did was think strategically about it, and he approached Channing Tatum, his co-star in the movie. Channing Tatum, at this time, was only known for like romantic films,
Dear John and all that stuff.
The Vow, stuff like that.
Right.
And Jonah Hill approached Channing Tatum and said, "Right now, you're just a ladies' man. This movie can get you in everybody's heads and turn you into a movie star,
household name."
Yeah. And Channing Tatum went for it, and it actually worked in his absolutely worked
man.
in his favor, man.
1,000%. I remember just the trailer alone, people were just excited to see Channing Tatum as this funny guy, you know, and he nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. Ice Cube is in it. I think he plays, in Ice Cube's words, the angry black captain. Yeah. And he plays it well. He's so funny in that film. We have Oscar winner Brie Larson, aka Captain Marvel. Shout out to the MCU. A lot of young actors here that we all know and love today as well.
Oh yeah, man. So I think everybody that they cast in this movie absolutely played a valuable part in the film. Like whoever did the casting in this movie really, thought strategically, just like Jonah Hill when approaching Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
They thought strategically. I think everybody matched, like let's say that this movie did participate in Hollywood's current culture of inclusion, right? It didn't seem absolutely obvious. Angry black captain, two the main leads are white, some of the supporting leads are white. And then, in the film, Channing Tatum befriends a group of kids, and the group of kids is like
nerdy,
mixed cultures as well, though. And I just think it was done so effortlessly. Maybe they put a ton of effort to make it seem effortless, but every person in this cast they contributed to the film exactly how they were supposed to.
Yeah.
And it didn't appear strategic. If it was, then they did a good job not doing that.
Yeah. I think they did a real good job just playing high school kids. At least grown-ups going back as high school kids, especially how Channing Tatum was the jock and whatnot, and then he comes back to end up being with a group of nerds, and then Jonah Hill is the popular one, And I like it too when Channing Tatum says, "Oh, everything's mixed up and needs to be resolved ASAP." like yo, like you guys are there to find the dealer, find the supplier, like the movie goes.
So overall, I think the cast was strategically selected very, very well.
Yeah.
And man, they just melded together really well. But let's actually get into the movie now.
Let's do it.
All right. So if you don't know, right, 21 Jump Street is about a pair of cops who are not doing so well in their current position, right? Like
they're basically park rangers in the beginning of the movie.
Right? A hairline away from getting fired because they made some mistake or something.
Yeah.
And they decided to bring up an old program where they take in these young-looking cops and infiltrate them, or get them to infiltrate high schools to bring down this new drug that has been spread out through colleges and high schools.
Right, like it was like a people were hallucinating and stuff like that. It was a new drug that it was just going around very fast.
Mm-hmm. And they were trying to they were sent in to infiltrate the high school to infiltrate the dealer and find the supplier.
Right. Yeah, and honestly, they basically they end up doing it. Obviously the movie wouldn't end without with any questions like that. But throughout the whole film of them being high school students again is hilarious, especially since when the movie starts with them themselves in high school, and you see that they have this hate relationship. Mm-hmm. Jonah Hill is this nerd. He's this guy that he's the nerd that basically doesn't, and Channing Tatum is the jock. You see him picking at him. He's a bully and everything like that. And they end up befriending each other in the police academy. Yep. So the fact that they have to go back to high school where they originally hated each other is funny enough already. And they go and see how everything is in reverse. Jonah Hill becomes the cool guy and Channing Tatum becomes the loner with the nerd friends and whatnot. But it actually helps out towards the end. Channing Tatum, surprisingly, basically saves the day in some ways, because Jonah Hill loses his way with the whole mission and starts liking the popularity that he never had.
Yeah, so definitely some twists and turns in the relationship between their partnership in the film and whatnot, and I thought that was just talk about in too deep.
Yeah,
talk about in too deep.
They did great though.
Really good movie. So one of my favorite things about this movie, or I'm not gonna say favorite things, but something that definitely intrigued me about this movie, was some of the trip scenes.
Oh yeah.
Right, because, I shared with you, and I guess I'll share with all of you now, that I try to do my own writing, and I've always been interested in how to write a trip scene. And the first trip scene we see in the movie is Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. They were forced to take the drugs on school campus. So they were forced to take it on school grounds, and they run into Rob Riggle,
the coach.
He plays the sports coach at the school, and the trip scene is just absolutely hilarious.
It is.
You start, they show Rob Riggle as an ice cream cone with some eyes, and he starts dripping, and one of them has their tongue out. Rob Riggle says, "What are you doing with that tongue? Put that back in your mouth."
And he grabs his tongue, starts shoving it back, and put it back.
Let me tell you
Put
something.
it away.
That is something about comedies also, the relationship you got to have with your co-stars.
Oh, what?
For someone to put their hand in your mouth?
Absolutely not. Dude.
You wouldn't do that?
Hell no, dude. You know I'm a germaphobe, but hell no. Give me a prosthetic arm or something like that. And it's funny enough, because you mentioned that there is actually this one scene where as soon as they take it to show that they're cool and they're not, they're no narcs, they run into the bathroom and start, as they say, fingering each other's mouths.
That's right.
They're shoving it. What are you trying to do? Find my G-spot? Just put your finger in there.
Man. So that just goes to show again the chemistry that's going on between the actors in this film and whatnot. They're going for the comedic gold.
What? Yes.
They're going for the comedic gold.
They definitely hit it.
Oh my gosh, imagine someone that you work with. Imagine in real life, someone that you work with putting their fingers in your mouth.
Yeah, bro. Why are you looking at me while you say that? Don't do it.
Oh my goodness! But so the trip scenes in the movie were absolutely hilarious. We mentioned some of the character developments, right? Jonah Hill's character was getting in too deep. Brie Larson's character in the film, she played a romantic interest for Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Which I thought was insane, because Jonah Hill in this film is a grown man playing a student.
And not once they mentioned Brie Larson's 18 at least.
Exactly.
I always thought that was like a movie mistake that I always pointed out from that, because they end up, like you said, it's a romantic interest. So at the end, they get their kiss on camera scene or whatever, and immediately I'm like, they never confirmed her age.
Exactly. I thought that was crazy.
I graduated when I was 17, so that's why I started questioning
that. That's what I'm saying. I graduated at 17 also.
Okay.
In 2009. Right? Yeah, but
damn
man.
I was just messing with you. That man said 09. I was just that man has an O in there.
But yeah, man. So I thought that was insane, bro. Because just Oh, the questions behind that relationship.
Yeah.
Do things like that actually happen? I don't know.
Right? But one thing for a fact is that they nailed the comedy. The fact that they had to put this as comedy is just they nailed it. Perfect. It was a great film. One of the last, actual funny movies that hit theaters, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So Frankie, because this movie is listed as action comedy, we're gonna talk about the action, unfortunately, for you, pal.
All right, let's do it.
This guy. So the action in this film, it's more comedy than anything. There's little action in this film, but when the action scenes come up, it definitely nails it. We have a shootout in a hotel room. We have car chases, explosions. We have fighting. There's knife stabbing. Again, they just live up to it, you know. And overall, I think they did a great job with that as well, because like you said, the director, what was his name?
Christopher Miller.
Christopher Miller. I think he was no stranger to action. He's part of the Spider Verse.
Yes, he produces more things than he directs. But
Exactly.
yeah.
So he's no stranger to action. So him incorporating action into this definitely lived up to it. Now let's stray a little bit from just action alone. Let's talk about action and comedy.
Yeah, the stuff I want to talk about is the comedy in this film. So my favorite thing about each action scene was the things that they were able to get in there, right?
Yeah.
Like talking bits, right? For the car chase, right? There's a little comedy bit about the delay of explosions.
That's right. They always thought something was gonna explode when it didn't.
Yeah, and then during the car chase scene, they run into traffic and they have to hop into another car.
Right.
And there's this one car where there's an attractive woman sitting in the front seat, and Channing Tatum pulls her out the driver's seat. Police, we got to use your car. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Don't worry, somebody's gonna pick you up. And they just drive away with her car.
And yeah.
So the comedy that they're able to get into each of the action scenes is just absolutely hilarious too, man. We have the shootout in the hotel room you were talking about. It's more talking than physical comedy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But man, just the way it is infused, the way the comedy is infused into each action scene.
That's right.
Like you said, it's
The
an
knife
action.
stabbing. Remember that part?
Yeah,
Yeah, the knife stabbing.
So it's an action comedy,
Yeah.
and they absolutely blend it very well.
Absolutely, yeah. So overall, I think it's a great film, man. Again, I was in high school when it came out, so the comedy was top tier at the time. That's exactly what the jokes were was going on at the time. How everybody was speaking at school during that time. You were out of high school apparently, so.
I still enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
The movie was absolutely hilarious to me. Also, what would you rate it?
Rating it, I would give it an 8.5, man. I think it's very funny, and it delivered both the action and the comedy within it. What about you?
Um, I'll agree with you. I'm gonna sit there and say 8.5. Also, they lose points to me for having that questionable relationship between Jonah Hill and Brie Larson.
Yeah.
And then not going the extra mile to explain it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that was the only just weird vibe in that movie.
Okay.
Like, everything else in that film was solid.
Yeah, it was great, man. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum did an amazing job together. No one expected Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum to be in a movie together, Jonah Hill already had his career with being, in comedy, but at the same time, I think at this time, I think he was already nominated twice. No, he was already nominated once for Moneyball. So he was already known within the serious roles,
Yeah.
So he was popping, he still is, but he was rising at that time. And Channing Tatum, like you said, was a ladies' man, chick flick. So nobody expected them to get together, and when they did, bro, they created this magic, this iconic duo, that the same duo that Mike Epps and Ice Cube had. Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. These are the type of duos that you want to watch because they work so well together, So they definitely made a name for themselves for this film.
1000%.
So that was today's movie review Monday, Jonah Hill's and Channing Tatum's hit film 21 Jump Street. We truly hope you like it. It is on Netflix right now, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it. If you want to have just another laugh, go watch it. Again, this was a recommendation from Jeffrey. Thank you once again, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Joe.
If you would like to leave a recommendation for us to review one of your favorite movies, please go to Twitter and Instagram at Discuss the Film and leave your recommendation below. We love to hear from you guys.
Once again, I'm Frankie.
And I'm Herb. We'll talk to you guys soon.